Oh, wow.
And we have Steps live on the line. Good morning to you all. Faye, let me come to you first because we just looked at some of those biggest hits. It's brought us all back to 1997. And we've been chatting on the show this morning about how you started and how the steps were in the inside of the album. You were ahead of your time there.
That was like the original TikTok, wasn't it?
Yeah,
exactly.
Is that? It's so quiet.
Are you there? Can't hear you. Oh, no.
So back in 1997, when you first formed, did you have an appreciation at the time that you would go on to take the stage, like performing at Wembley? Because you were all so young, and I suppose the old phrase, youth is wasted on the young, is so true, because really it's with the benefit of hindsight you realise just how fortunate you were and the incredible experiences you had. And so going back to, I suppose, the reunion in 2017, was there a new appreciation of it, Lisa?
Yes, completely. I think when we started out, we had no idea. 23 years later, we'd all be sat here talking about our new album, new music, which is out now. And I think, do you know what? We're so lucky we're enjoying this longevity, which we never dreamed we would have. So we do feel really blessed, and it's thank you to all the fans out there.
And Claire, can we ask you, we were talking about the likes of the Spice Girls as well as yourselves this morning. They've introduced their children, a whole new generation, to the band. Is that something that you experienced yourselves?
Yeah, I think it's lovely, actually, being able to see our kids watch us do what we do best. There was a stage at one point that my son told everybody that my job was changing nappies. So it's really nice for them to actually see that what we do and for them to enjoy it as well. It's so nice to see their little faces light up when we go on stage.
But you're not allowed on TikTok, though, are you?
No, I'm not allowed on TikTok.
I see, you know, we were our old videos there, you were playing them, and I see all of our children in those videos, because I just see like a mirror image. Yeah, it's really scary.
That's so lovely. Anna was chatting earlier on in the show about how much fun she had at your gig a couple of years ago when you played in Dublin. And I suppose the really extraordinary thing is that you're so all-inclusive and everybody leaves judgment behind and they get totally into the dancing. And now more than ever, because you're announcing, of course, your tour, which is going to take place in 2021, we sort of need that sense of letting go and being together. And it sort of seems like another lifetime away that we'd all be, you know, in a massive big stadium. And hopefully we'll get to do that. So tell us about the tour, and have you got any plans as yet for it?
Well, it sounds like our tour will be one of the first gigs that will actually take place after this whole hideous situation that we're in disappears, hopefully, fingers crossed. We've taken steps, see what I did there, to make sure everybody, we've postponed all of our tour. Everything hopefully is going to go ahead next November. We've released new dates today. So it's an exciting time. So come and join the party. We're in a really dark, difficult time. Let's inject some positivity into the world.
Well, you certainly do it very well. And I assume Dublin is on that list, Lee?
No, unfortunately, Dublin's not on the list, but we know that Belfast is on the list.
Belfast
so
is.
If you're interested, go to Belfast.
It's just...
Yeah.
So with regards to getting back together in terms of back in 2017, were you nervous about the reaction? Because we've seen so many incredible bands form again to great acclaim, and they have new albums out as well. We're just thinking about Take That there. We're chatting about them earlier on. Were you nervous that the fans would still be there and that your music would still be relevant? Or was there an understanding, because you'd all been asked for so long? At least you might tell us about that. I'm sure you were approached in the past saying, please get Steps back together.
I think we were nervous, weren't we? I think we were more nervous about doing new music.
We were never relevant anyway.
I think the nostalgia's always there, and it's great that the fans want that, but I think the new music is what excited everybody and surprised everybody as well. Back 40 is on the dance floor, and then it's obviously spawned the new one now, which is...
This new music,
please. Yes, this one here, it's out today.
So it just means we have an opportunity to not only have the nostalgia of the past, but to be able to bring new life to shows and concerts all the time, so the fans have always got something new to look forward to.
And also generate new fans through the new music.
So H has the album there. How has that worked in terms of, you know, this COVID time and the collaboration between you all in getting the album ready?
I mean,
He carries that everywhere with him, by the way.
This is just in my back pocket. No, we actually had this album ready to go. We recorded this last year. The lead single, What the Future Holds, actually landed on our management's desk 3 years ago, and it was the catalyst for this whole campaign, just the way the album was shaped, the way the marketing campaign looked. So it's a really exciting time. But yeah, we were so close to announcing it, and then lockdown happened. But then the time is right now to release the album, and it seems it because it's #1 today. It's #1
On the iTunes. iTunes.
Fantastic achievement. Guys, congratulations for that. That's incredible to go straight into #1. Faye, you've spoken very eloquently in the past about how the theatre industry in particular has just been decimated over the last 8 months. So looking ahead and the fact that there would be, you know, an album release and then going on tour and bringing people from behind the camera and backstage back together must be very exciting. I mean, how have you been finding it with your colleagues and your peers in the theatre circuit, and how are they doing?
You know, it's really tricky times for everybody, and everyone's just doing their best efforts to try and get some sort of live performances out there when they can. But we need to look after our local theatres as well and our local venues. We're really looking forward to our tour, November, December, but we have to keep these venues open. So we just have to all rally together, support your local artists, and just cross your fingers, stay safe, and just do what people tell you to do and get this over and done with so we can get back out there.
I think people will be so delighted to be able to go to support their local theatres and go to gigs again, that there'll be no shortage of tickets sold. H, can we ask you about your friendship with Britney Spears? That was much documented. Is it a lasting friendship?
Yeah, I mean, she called me yesterday. No, I mean, we went on tour with Britney 20 years ago. I mean, it was a long time ago. We spent a lot of time with her. But no, I don't. She's not on speed dial on my phone. I'm not going to lie. Not anymore. Oh, look at that. But you know, I mean, she is going through a bit of a tough time at the moment. I would love to just see her back to her carefree, happy self. I'm sure everybody else does as well.
When you think back to your younger selves 20 years ago and you went from, you know, being plucked from obscurity to performing, as we mentioned earlier, in massive venues and going on world tours, and now the fact that you are parents and that bit older and more life experience, do you think that this time round you're going to kind of relish this opportunity and see it for what it is and just enjoy every minute as opposed to being worried about the future, worried about the next album, worried about going on tour? Is that sense of nerves gone, guys?
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head a bit there. I think with age comes apparently wisdom and
maturity.
Apparently, not quite sure. We're all there. But yeah, because we have bigger priorities in our lives. It does put this into perspective, and it does make it. It's not the be all and end all. You know, this is a wonderful, wonderful bonus in all our lives, and it enables us to dip in and out when we can and when we want to. So I'm loving this era of Steps. I think we're all much more comfortable in our own skin, and and I think the audience and the fans can tell. Actually, I think they can see how much fun we're having, which is half the battle most of the time.
And for anyone who hasn't been to a Steps gig, what would you say to them?
Hold on to your hats.
We want to wave goodbye to 2020.
Yes.
We're going to have the biggest party of 2021, and us H, we've got 4 more dates just been announced to go on sale at 10 a.m. So we just can't wait to see everyone again and just have some escapism, listen to the music, and just feel good again.
We've also got some, not actually in situ live venues, we've got some Facebook gigs planned as well. So because we're in a strange time, everybody can actually party in their living room with us virtually. So check our Facebook pages, check our official websites, and you can come and join the party.
And we've seen Sophie Ellis-Bextor do that during lockdown very successfully, and she's going to be joining you for some of these dates as well.
Yeah, she's joining us on tour as our special guest. So last time we toured in 2017, the Venga Boys were our guests, and they went down an absolute storm. So we wanted to keep that continuous party going, and I think she's of the same ilk, so hopefully she will do that as well.
Listen, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure chatting to you this morning. And we were just saying earlier, you all look incredible and you, more importantly, sound very happy. And we're so excited to see what the future holds for you guys and looking forward to the dates in November and to your tour. Thanks so much for joining us, Steps.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Thanks